It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, today's video is really special because we are making this video after the game of Arsenal versus Watford. Why I've chosen this, it's really great because I've got loads and loads of facts, loads of statistics, and loads of news coming your way. So, without any further ado, let's jump exactly to all the facts about Arsenal versus Watford game. And not only this, we've got the post-match views of Unai Emery, Granit Xhaka, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and also of Sokratis, ladies and gentlemen. So, without any further ado, let's move on to the news. But first, let me remind you, go and vote for your roast of the week because we've got something really special. And let me tell you what, if you select Unai Emery substitutions, there's something bonus for all of you guys as well, because I'm going to roast Unai Emery's decision making. So if you guys select that, then definitely you're in for a treat for this Friday's roast of the week. So go and straight away go to my community tab and you can definitely see whatever the roast of the week has to offer. Not only that, make sure you subscribe and be a part of this community, because this is not a channel, this is a community where you can come as an Arsenal fan, comment and let me know what you guys feel about Arsenal and Unai Emery's decisions, and not only that, all about different players as well. So without any further ado, let's move on with the first news of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, Leeds United beat Barnsley in the Championship 2-0. Why am I telling you this? Because Eddie Nketiah has scored a goal in the 84th minute, and Eddie is really going a long way. Well, here is a post from Ian Wright, ladies and gentlemen, and he is appreciating Eddie Nketiah for his wonderful performance against Barnsley. Not only that, speaking about some new great debuts, talking about it, Henrik Mkhitaryan scored a goal for AS Roma as they beat Sassuolo 4-2, ladies and gentlemen. Henrik Mkhitaryan scored the goal in the 27th minute, and Roma were all over offensively, all over Sassuolo. So I think all the best to both of them. The loanies are really shining, and I'm not saying this just because I think I want that deal of Mkhitaryan to happen, but I think I'm happy if Mickey is getting his space, if he's getting his current crop of, his more game time that he's seeking. So I think all the best. That's all I can say. Well, here's something really shocking of last game, because before I start, I think it's going to be a really a big meltdown as an Arsenal fan. But here are certain facts that you guys need to digest. The first thing that's coming your way: shots taken by Arsenal compared to their opponents this season. Arsenal had 8 shots against Newcastle, to which against Newcastle had 9 in that game, followed by Arsenal versus Burnley. Arsenal had 15 shots in that game, Burnley had 18 shots. The next game, Arsenal versus Liverpool, Arsenal had only 8 shots, Liverpool took 25 shots in that game, and Watford, Arsenal had only 7 shots, Watford had 31 shots. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really not, I think a good statistic to have as a club. Moving on, Arsenal have conceded 59 goals in 43 Premier League games under Unai Emery. It is not a very good stat in terms of a manager, but it's really shocking that he's already given away 59 goals in the 43 Premier League games. Moving on, the first goal, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special image. According to the new rules, and if the VAR should have ruled this out, that I think there are a few, he was into the box, he shouldn't be into the box, and that is definitely not a goal. But that does not hide the cheap play of passing from Sokratis. No, it's not. So I think I don't have much to complain, because if your centre back plays an amateurish ball from the back like that, I don't think so I can complain much. Moving on, Guendouzi, ladies and gentlemen, he is in the news for gesturing this image 2-1 to all the Watford fans, and it is definitely not, I cannot digest that, because I think that is too much of overconfidence. See, I understand when you went off it was 2-1. But when you struggled in the first half itself to keep the ball, and there was a moment where it was the first goal would have been much easier for them to get, I don't think so. That's really harsh. I think you need to, as a youngster, obviously the blood boils, but you need to understand that you need to keep calm, put your head on the pitch, talk on the pitch, not by giving up gestures like that. Moving on, Arsenal, since 2018-2019 season has started, Arsenal, the errors leading to goals have been 14 from Arsenal. That's really sad because it's again, please guys, don't stop watching this video, because as an Arsenal fan, you have to engulf all the news. This is everywhere in the world. I'm just telling it to you so that you guys find all the news at a single place, and that's this channel. Saliba was watching the game against Watford, ladies and gentlemen. He was at the Vicarage Road supporting Arsenal, but I think the biggest idea that he would have got from this game is that I have a really big job to do next season. Yes, Saliba, we are expecting a lot from you, because you are seeing how cruel the destiny is, having 2 goals, but then getting satisfied with just 1 point. I think you have very, very big responsibilities to shoulder. Well, moving on, there were 20 passes to that second Aubameyang goal that has led to the second Aubameyang goal. 20 passes in which led to the second goal. It's really great to see that. Some bright stats as well. I just don't have all the cruel stats today, but still you've got something to be happy about. And one more, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored 14 goals in his last 14 games for Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. That makes him score 45 goals and 12 assists in 70 games so far he's played for Arsenal. It's really great, because I think apart from him and Leno's heroics, I did not see anything world class on that pitch for Arsenal. So I think it's really a bright sunshine in whatever the darkness that we are seeing in the midfield being in darkness, and definitely the defense. Moving on, Arsenal versus Watford, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the shots. A shocking image which you can see. You cannot identify which one is Watford, which one is Arsenal. But these are the facts that I'm putting forward, and it's really not something to be happy about. David Luiz, ladies and gentlemen, had conceded 3 penalties in 160 Premier League games for Chelsea. But he has already conceded 2 penalties in only 4 games that he's played for Arsenal. What kind of black magic is this? Is this a ploy from Frank Lampard to send him to Arsenal so that he can destroy Arsenal internally by conceding penalties? I don't understand. I really don't understand to criticize Luiz right now, because I know that I can ruin his whole career by making a video on him. But see, I don't want to boast about it, but I don't think so. Luiz is playing professionally well for Arsenal. Well, he's playing against Arsenal by playing for Arsenal. I think something like that. Moving on, Arsenal, you've already seen the statistic, but still I'd like to rub more salt on the wounds. Arsenal have faced most shots in the whole of Europe, ladies and gentlemen. That's really not a pleasant statistic to have. Moving on, Watford versus Arsenal. The tweet, ladies and gentlemen, Watford have posted this tweet, to which one of the fan has definitely came back, had a comeback, had a clap back, ladies and gentlemen. But you could feel good about it. Yeah, I hope it makes you feel good about it. Not only that, AS Roma has actually picked up on Arsenal as well. Here are the certain images which is definitely not pleasing if you're an Arsenal fan, but we have to bear this. This club is not a club. It's become a meme. It's become a banter club FC again. So let's deal with it. Let's just engulf all the negativity and all the trolling. Let it come. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, well, after the game against Watford yesterday, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang had this to say: I feel like we are literally giving goals to the opposition. Thank you, Oba. We also feel the same pinch to you too. Deja vu? No, not deja vu. I think, I think obviously we know that that's the truth. Not only that, Sokratis had this image posted in his Instagram. He is sorry. As soon as he went to the dressing room, he apologized for his performance, and obviously we don't expect something like that from a senior player like this. Shocking, true, but I think that's the reality, and we have to accept it. Mesut Ozil came up with this after the game against Watford yesterday. 2 points dropped. Annoying second half in the end. We have to settle for a disappointing draw. Let's try to bounce back soon. Thanks for your support at Vicarage Road. I think I have been one of the biggest criticizers of Mesut Ozil. I have spoken about his decline. I've spoken about everything, but I did not see Mesut Ozil doing anything wrong there yesterday. And some of the stick that I've been putting on Mesut Ozil, I'm actually putting a lot of blame on Mesut Ozil as well. But for the first time, I am realizing my mistake that it's not always about Mesut Ozil, is it? He doesn't he doesn't carry the team along on his back, is it? Obviously, he played his part really well. He did one beautiful pass to Ainsley, and he set up the goal for Aubameyang. But I think other than that, I don't think so. I have anything to say negative about Mesut Ozil. He did his job yesterday really well. Moving on, Unai Emery has said something which I did not like after the I think after the post match conference. First of all, let's analyze what he had to say. He said, "We were up in the first half and we knew that we needed to score the third. They had the capacity to come back with the supporters. And that's what happened. We couldn't break their pressing in the second half. Arsenal could not break their pressing in the second half. They are physical, a very strong team. They pushed for our mistakes. They were playing for our mistakes. When you are trying to break their lines, you can have chances. They won the second half, and my summary is it is not a good point. We need to continue working. When we tried to play the long ball, we lost the ball as well. So playing out from the back was not happening because their pressing was too much. Playing the long balls was also not happening because obviously when you play the long ball, you don't have accurate players. You don't have the players who accurately give the ball to your own players. So you know that the ball is definitely going to land with the Watford, and that's definitely not working at all. So no plan B, ladies and gentlemen. Unai Emery, please come up with something. A plan B should work because this gives a great idea to all the other teams that are watching that game. When you go away, they have the advantage and we don't, and that's a sad thing. That means we're not improving. Going away is not an improved performance. We saw that, and we're not happy about it. Also, when asked about Danny Ceballos, he said this, which is really funny, which I did not like. Today was very hot. We need fresh players. Was thinking how he can improve with fresh players. Ceballos was substituted because it was really hot, ladies and gentlemen. The temperature was too much, and it was too hot to handle for Ceballos. So Unai Emery thought that Ceballos should be taken off of the pitch. What sense did it make? I did not understand because, see, I can give the stick to Unai Emery, but he's not making sense here. So I really want to criticize him for whatever he said. I condemn it. This is a shit kind of a thing. But obviously, I think it's because I think the players don't practice more on too much hot conditions, too much humid conditions. If that is affecting him, then I think he needs to be worried about it. But because Unai Emery thought about it, I don't think so. That was a convincing reason for his substitution. I don't think so. Moving on, one more a bigger thing that I'd really like to tell you guys. Granit Xhaka came up with something really controversial, and I really don't understand. I can understand that he opened up about it, but that is really shocking. Here's what he said: "We were scared in the second half." Yes, you heard that right. We knew they would come at us and push us hard, but we have to show more character and not be scared. We have spoken about it. We cannot give a performance like this in the second half. You see, Arsenal players were scared. They were scared that Watford will come there, take the ball from there and shove it right in their asses, and they did that. Why? See, if you have fear creeping in your mind, any type of fear, you know you're going to lose. You will lose at the end. You lose all. More than that, I think if you would have lost the game, I think definitely everyone would have tried seeking apology from Unai Emery. I mean, totally. I think you got the 1 point. It's something like that. So, if you believe, if you're going with your team, if you're captaining your team, if you're going with the team somewhere away from your in an away game, and in that away game, if you come out with 1 point by scoring 2 goals up front first, it does not justify. It's just you've got to think about the mentality here, and I'm really shocked, and it gives us as fans as a good feedback that this team mentally is not strong going away. And that is a strange but a very positive message to all the opponents who are listening to them. Tottenham, Manchester United, Chelsea, whoever is listening this, they know it. They know it that Arsenal are mentally weak. If you press them hard, if they come at your home ground, this is what can happen. And this is what I hate. This is what I said in my last video as well. The mentality of the players is not good. If you have that weak mentality, you will end up in Europa every single year. This is what I had wanted to say in this videos. I guess you guys liked. I think this was all the information I had to give you today. I think you guys have got a lot of answers with whatever the questions you guys had. Plus, this performance actually gave in more questions than the answers. So, well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed and liked whatever came your way. If you haven't still subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I don't think so you have any other option because you get daily Arsenal news. So I don't think so. This should be a no-brainer. Not only that, I think I would like to tell you guys as well. Go and vote for your roast of the week, and you will definitely get some good amount of content. Tomorrow there's a special video about Nicolas Pepe, a detailed and depth analysis as to where exactly he should fit in. And not only that, more news coming your way and a special preview about Arsenal versus Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League contest. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to this channel, and if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Subscribe, be a part of this community and show your support. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.